Hey guys, become a supporter on Patreon. Help me do this kind of thing. Alright, it's time to complete another commission. This is the last part of Tornadothevulture22's 4 figures. It is Razor the Wyvern. That's right, a wyvern. For those of you not brushed up on your mythological creatures, a wyvern is sort of like a dragon, except they only have 2 legs and 2 wings. Dragons have 4 legs and 2 wings. So, a wyvern is actually more realistic as to a tetrapodal creature that would exist on planet Earth. Okay, so, you know what? I looked and looked, and apparently there's no such thing as a wyvern toy. At least not done in a cartoonish style that would match Sonic or... Well, this guy is clearly based off of Spyro the Dragon's classic appearance, so I figured the only thing I could do was take a modern Spyro from, this one's in particular is from Skylanders Giants. Of course his head has been rounded. So let's go ahead and do some mods here. So let's get to what I did. I had to cut off the head, tail, and legs. I thought I would keep the 2 back legs, but in the end I figured it would be better just to completely make them from scratch. And then I modified the pieces one at a time. So with the body, where I started, I sculpted on that little backpack detailing that he has. And once that was solidified in place, I made sure to give myself, well, I wanted to give this thing some articulation. I didn't want to just make a statue if I could help it, because I make custom action figures. So the neck articulation comes from a Lego part. Once I had that transplanted, I did a test fitting of the head, and then I resculpted the neck up to make sure that it would be as seamless as possible, put on the neck spikes, you know how that goes. And then I modified the head itself. I forgot to take a picture until after I painted it, but basically I had to build Spyro's muzzle out so that he looked like he used to. Seriously, why did they change the way Spyro looked? I mean, okay, yeah, mascots can occasionally change the way they look. Sonic changed too, but I don't know, like, that round head just looks so weird. It has so much less personality than the original Spyro did. And then the tail. At first I thought that I could get away with just sculpting on Wyvern's detailings and then reattaching it, but the way that the new legs work, that wasn't gonna be a thing. So I ended up having to, at first, try reattaching it at different angles, but I ended up just having to sculpt a whole new tail base and then work from that. I wanted to give the legs some articulation too, so there are some Lego ball joints in there. And this is where a little problem came up. Yeah, so here's the thing. These Lego Mixel ball joints are attached to rather large Lego bricks, so in order to fit inside the Spyro body, I had to cut quite a bit of the brick piece away. Now, I either took too much of the brick off, or maybe the crazy glue I used to attach it to the body chemically reacted and weakened the plastic, but the right leg snapped. At this point, like, not only was it my last ball joint of this type, but after attaching it to the figure, there was no way to take the joint out and try again without completely destroying what I had already modded. Like, I would have had to get a new Spyro figure, and this one was already too far gone in. So I just used some epoxy sculpt and a little bit of Bondic to fuse the right leg in place. It's unfortunate, but it was my only choice at this point. Alright, let's take a look at the completed figure. So here he is, looking down the camera. Razor the Wyvern. Looking very much like a green classic Spyro. Yep. Except, of course, unlike Spyro, he's a wyvern, so he only has 2 legs. Yeah, the legs actually are pretty much scratch built around the Lego Mixel parts. Like I said, the right leg is fused. But the left leg, I put all kinds of stress tests on it to make sure that it would hold up, and the left leg is solid and is not breaking. So unless something drastic happens, that left leg should be fine. And hey, look, he can be made to take a step, because he can still stand even with his foot in this position. Hooray! Well, look at the back, see how his tail flows, his little book bag. Kind of reminds me of Sonic's Power Ring sack. Yeah, so when Tornadothevulture22 made this commission, he gave me this little group shot of all his characters. And now, they are all toys, because I made them. That's just a thing that we toy customizers can take some degree of pride in. Alright, so this has been another toy video made by Wake Angel 2001, and I'm gonna be signing off for now.